If you are wondering how to create graph animation like this, or like this, or maybe this, then you have landed at the right place, my friend. Hello everyone, my name is Naresh and today we are going to learn how to create graph animation like Pro and how to show them inside the 3D space using After Effects. This kind of animation is very useful while editing documentaries or explainer kind of videos. So without further delay, let's get started. Hello friends, welcome back. In today's tutorial, we are going to create this graph animation which I have put it behind this snake, which can be useful in documentary or this kind of video. So how to create this graph and how to put it behind using the camera tracking option in After Effects. So let's start it. So let's start by creating new composition. Let's call it master and 9020 by 1080 and 30 frame rate per second and 10 seconds would be enough. Click OK. Right click and create new solid, whatever color you want to add, that doesn't matter. Then right click and recompose it. Let's call it graph. Click OK. Double click and open the graph. Now delete this solid. Just created it to create the graph. We don't require actually the solid. Alright, now to create graph, we will be using the pen tool, fill to none, and stroke color would be white or whatever you want to keep. 5 pixel. Alright, create line by first point below rather than the above. So click here, another point here by pressing and holding the shift key to draw a straight line. Alright, then draw the other line, one point here and other point. Alright, so this line for the graph is ready, and if you want you can shift it the middle if you want to Windows Online, and you can make it center using this. Alright, so this is the line. Now you can add the horizontal line known as the grid lines if you want, or you can use a actual grid that I will show you later. So let us add these horizontal lines. Alright, again select the pen tool. Now this time select stroke size 2 and color light gray. Okay, and then add, don't select this layer. Without selecting this layer, select one line here, keep holding shift, add the other line. Alright, now go to the shape layer, contents, select this shape, and by command or control plus D, duplicate this shape, and you can, using selection tool, you can select it, then you can press shift and you can move this line. Again duplicate it, select it, press shift, and so we have approximately at equal distance we have these lines. So now we have these lines ready. Alright, now let us add text. You can individually add text, or what you can do, just select text tool. So this is the easy method, and draw the text box like kind of thing, and then you can type whatever text you want to type. For example, I am typing whatever font you want to. So you can select this font and you can just add the space between them, and you can adjust the text, adding the equal space between them. Alright, so it is almost like good for me. Alright, then I can select this shape layer one, and I can add this marker. So let's add one here. Press shift for the straight line, then select this shape, duplicate, you can hit. So we are approximately at the equal distance. So we have now this x-axis is ready. Now we can similarly make the y-axis. So use this text tool and can the cursive font, can add the numbers like can add the number like 20k. You can align it to, you can align the text and then you can type. Then you can select these numbers and you can use this spacing here, then adjust your text that it is. Alright, so this looks good. Alright, now let us add the bars. To add the bars, you have to select the pen tool, fill to none, and stroke size you can keep 5 or you can adjust later. And I am selecting this yellow or whatever color you can selecting this color, and you can draw the bar selecting this point, the point here. There are two ways. You can make the all bars of same size, or you can prepare the bars as per the data. So I am adding all the bars of equal size, and I will show you how to make them smaller or using the Trimpath. So let me add this line here by pressing shift. Right, so we have this line now, and we can just expand it using the, let's keep it 50. Alright, so this is our bar. Alright, so let us duplicate this bar, and then we can shift it by picking it and holding the shift. We duplicate it and shift it over here. Alright, so let us first animate these bars, then we will add the text. So this is our first bar, so let us animate it. So click add Trimpath, select Trimpath, and just lightly frames ahead, and select and add keyframe to it, and enter value of 0. Then move few frame just like that and make it 100%. Let us select this, and I'm using this extension flow to give it speed, so it will be looking like this. So this is the shape of the graph. So you can manually also do that thing. Let us do that manually. Alright, so select the keyframe, press F9, go to graph editor, select the graph, and then just do like this. So this is the shape of the graph. Alright, so it will be like this. If you spread it, it will look more good. Just like 1 second. So it's good. Okay, then you can copy this Trimpath, and we can go to other layer as well. Come to first keyframe of this graph here for the exact point where we want to paste, and select this rest of the layer, and then Ctrl V, or from here you can paste the keyframe. So now what will happen? All graph will simultaneously popping out. Suppose if you want a variation, then I will show you how to do that variation, but before that I will show you how to change the value. So press U to reveal all the keyframe, then come to this keyframe, second keyframe, and from here you can change the value. So this end value is here 100%. So if you don't want 100%, then you can, whatever value you want, you can adjust it from here. For this graph, suppose you want this much, don't forget to select this keyframe, otherwise this other point will be added. Then here this much, lastly like this. So this is how you can add the different value, or you can choose the different size. So both ways are useful and can be done. Alright, now this all graphs are coming together. So if you want that it should be one after another, then what you can do, just select all these layers, select all these layers. Then this is the free plugin motion tool. I have explained it in my previous video. It is very useful plugin. select here 2 point, and you want your first graph is here, so we want this sequence, so click on this. Now you can see that all graph come one after the another, so it is looking good. You can even change this value. This, if you want, you can keep 3, and let us see. All right, it's looking, so this is how it can be done. All right, now let us add the text and do the rest of the animation and the things. So let us write here, get this text. You can change the text color, version, whatever you want, you can do that. Even you can change the color. Alright, now let's add some animation to this text. So select this text, and I'm using this free plugin, decompose text. So select it and decompose it by words. Click on decompose. Now delete this layer. We don't want that layer. Right, so now we have total these 3 text layers. So select all the 3 text. Alright, press P for the position at the keyframe. Bring their eye position little bit down, this much. Move to somewhere around 12 frame, and again bring them up. Alright, then select all the keyframe, and you can add a speed graph movement. It is having this nice movement, but you can use whatever you want to add. Alright, right now place your playhead here. Just trim this layer up to here, all 3 text, because once this graph is animated, we want this text to come. We don't want each and every character to come simultaneously. So let us again use our Sun tool plugin. Select amount to 2. So here, right, some text displacement. Okay, so select it and press this. So now you have this kind of animation. For this text also, you can use this default animation available from the effects and presets. So go to animation preset, text, and add animate in, and you can add slide up by word. Press U to reveal keyframe. So this is, so select this keyframe and bring over here. So reduce, select them and add this. For this text, we can use slide by line. Select this and add this. This U to reveal keyframe, and we can bring it over here after this. So like this. Right, and we can apply the speed graph. Alright, then we can move this graph over here. So once this animation is finished, we can get over here. Here it should start. Alright, we can even animate these lines by adding Trimpath to it. So click on this line, add path, and get 100 here. So we can apply this animation to our lines also. So here we have added these lines, but if you don't want to add line, you can add new solid. Then you can add grid effect by adjust the grid however you want. City. Then you can add this. Here you can select the rectangle tool and add this shape. Select stop to no, to height. Select the track to solid. So this is how you can, if you have not added this those lines, then see you have this and you can animate it. Alright, then if there is a texture you want to add, then you can also add the texture. Like I have this texture, you can add it over here, and if I select this option, then it will have this nice texture inside my graph. See, you can see. Alright, and I can change this to multiply the exclusion. So this is how it will look. But if you look closely, it doesn't sound like it is on the paper. So what we can do, just select one layer, select this one, and add this turbulent displacement effect. So it's 230, and this amount to size to 2, amount to 30. Okay, so then this copy and paste these to the shape, except text. Even you can paste it to text. You think it is a good idea, you can paste over text also, so that it will have this kind of subtle effect like it is drawn on this glossy paper. It's look good. Even you can use rough and edges effect. So these are the variation you can bring about in your graph. Let us keep this only right now. Alright, now let us come to master. Temporarily we are switching it off, and let us add our that layer we want to use. Let us retime it. So to time stretch, and let's make it 150. Click OK, little bit longer. Alright, now let us select this layer, and from Windows open this tracker. So this option will appear here. So if this is not visible here, just go to window and click on tracker. Then we want to track the camera. Make sure that it is in full resolution, and so check that this frame rate are matching. So click track camera. So these are the points we have available here. Can decrease the size of these points. Very right. So I'm selecting this point, holding shift this point and this point, then right click and add create solid and camera. Alright, so we have created the solid and camera. You can scale it down, your solid, if it is too big. It will just temporarily we need it. Alright, now just switch on the graph and parent this graph with the solid. Alright, then convert it to 3D. If this option is not visible, click on this toggle switches mode, make it 3D. Right, and paste P for the graph, and you can use this Z-axis to bring it forward or the backward. So this is the graph you can see here. Just move here so that we can easily see it. Alright, so use this Z-axis to move your graph just like this. Alright, X and Y axis, let us keep it here just like this, and then you can switch off this solid layer, we don't need it. Alright, so now we have placed our graph here, but it is before the this object or this snake. We want it to be behind it, so we will use the Rotobrush tool to separate that object and bring it forward. Alright, so let's duplicate this layer, sit over here, double click it, delete this 3D camera from this layer. Make sure that it is the resolution, we are in the full resolution, and then we are in the layer mode. So double click and this layer mode will open. Then you can select this Rotobrush tool. So select this Rotobrush tool and then select this layer we want to isolate. Alright, so the excess area it has selected, so press Alt or Option key and remove this area by increasing the zoom. Press Alt or Option key and remove this area. Alright, then press spacebar to play and check whether it is properly done or not. And once it complete, you can click on freeze the frame. Alright, so come here. So this is the graph we have behind this object and it is really looking nice. Press little bit behind. Alright, then you can just change the blending mode. Overlay. Think it is looking good. Alright, and then you can just duplicate it, so make it darker. Finally, you can add adjustment layer. You can select this ellipse tool, double click it, add the Gaussian blur, increase the blur amount, increase the mask feather, duplicate it, delete the Gaussian blur, neat effect, increase the amount. Right. What you can do, you can open the graph, add an adjustment layer, add the posterize time, change the value to 12. So now it is ready and you can render it. So hope you enjoyed this video. So don't forget to leave us like and subscribe the channel. See you in the next video. Bye bye.